What's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. So today, continuing my 2021 year-end top 10s, as we are almost done with my last division, the best division, and my favorite division, the heavyweights. As today we're going to look at my number 2 heavyweight in the world right now, the undefeated and unified heavyweight champion, Oleksandr Usyk. Usyk entered 2021 coming off of a 2020 where he fought for his second time at heavyweight when he took on former world title challenger Derek Chisora and the consummate gatekeeper of the heavyweight division. And, you know, Usyk didn't look outstanding in that fight. He did well enough. He outworked Chisora and got what I thought was a clean, unanimous decision, but Chisora definitely had his moments, and it wasn't a blowout. And Usyk, you know, there was a lot of criticism of Usyk that maybe heavyweight wasn't for him. He wasn't going to be able to be successful. Then he rolled into, he had a mandatory showdown with Anthony Joshua, good to go, but all the governing bodies agreed on allowing Joshua to fight Tyson Fury for the undisputed title, and that fight was going to come first. It was almost finalized, and then Deontay Wilder changed his mind about fighting Fury and had a court force Fury into fighting Wilder for a third time. So the undisputed title fight went off the table, and then the WBO ordered Usyk and Joshua to fight. So in September, the fight was on, and this fight actually garnered me more videos and more views than any other fight, because my breakdown video did 3,700 views on this fight. So this was, and that was triple what I normally do for a big fight. So I was definitely taken aback by that, and this fight was huge because most people felt Joshua was going to beat Usyk because of his size and his ability to box and punch hard, and his size would ultimately be the final factor. But, you know, I called it. I said if Joshua decides to fight Usyk's fight and box and take his hideaway like he did against Andy Ruiz and like he does sometimes, you know, he's going to lose. And Usyk forced Joshua into boxing, and he ate Joshua up. And, you know, Joshua had his moments. He did well at certain times and stuff and landed some good shots, but it wasn't enough, as Usyk outboxed and outclassed Anthony Joshua to capture the unified heavyweight title by a clean 12-round unanimous decision. He even stunned Joshua a couple times and had him gassed and hurt, but didn't finish him. But needless, you know, that was pointless because he went out and secured the unanimous decision, no argument, as he captured a championship in the second weight class, and he secured 3/4 of the belts with this win. You know, so that was a monster win for Usyk. It put him right at the top of the pound-for-pound rankings with that victory. You know, right there next to Canelo and in the discussion right there for the top. I personally would have him number 2 pound-for-pound. But, I mean, what a performance and what an accomplishment, you know. And now, heading into 2022, you know, let's look at his stat line real quick. He moves up 4 spots from number 6. He was my number 6 heavyweight coming into the year. 34 years old, so he's getting up there, but he's still very successful, still very, you know, accomplished so much. He's 19-0 with 13 knockouts. So this guy is you know, he came late to the table as a professional, and he's only made the most of his career since turning pro, and he's just dominated. And this was, you know, a monster year for him, a great victory. And now, heading into 2022, it's very likely that he's going to rematch Anthony Joshua. He had an automatic rematch clause in the contract. Looks like these two are going to lock horns in March or April. I'm leaning more towards April. And, you know, he did it once. I think the possibility for him to do it again is there. So, you know, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But a victory almost for sure lands him a showdown with Tyson Fury in the second half of the year. And with the governing bodies all working together, we could see the undisputed title at stake between Usyk and Usyk and Fury. But Usyk has to beat Joshua first. If Joshua is not his opponent in the first half of the year, I think it's very possible that we see Usyk and Fury in the first half of the year. But I really believe that Joshua is going to have the fight. He's going to make the fight. I'm pretty confident of that. I think he wants to avenge his defeat, and it's going to be interesting to see. So Usyk, the ball really is in his court. He really has everything at his feet to really prove if he's the best heavyweight this year. I really think if he beats Joshua, it's going to be Tyson Fury, and you can't get two bigger names in the heavyweight division right now, as a 1-2 punch to prove if you're the best. So he's going to have a shot at undisputed. Big fights await Oleksandr Usyk in 2022, and we'll see if he can prove he's the best. So that's it. That's what I got on my number 2 heavyweight in the world right now, the unified heavyweight champion and undefeated Oleksandr Usyk of the Ukraine. And my 2021 year-end top 10s continue. Hope you enjoyed it. True Boxing, you've been here with the truth.